Hey everyone, welcome back to Effect For You channel. Today we are going to create Valentine Special Slideshow, like this. So let's get started. As usual, first create a composition, 1920 by 1080, and it's called the main comp. Then create one more new composition. This is our media 1 composition. Now drag your image into timeline, resize if required. Then select image and pre-compose them. And this is our image placeholder 1 comp. Now go to main comp, and drag media 1 comp into timeline. And apply tint effect. Change the map white color, as you like. Then also change the black color, with little bit gray color. Now apply motion tile. Change output width and output height 120. And check mirror edge. This motion tile effect helps us when we are animating our comp. Now duplicate this media 1 comp, and change the map white color with your choice of color. And also change the black color with little dark gray color. Now here we have elements folder, select matte horizontal footage, and drag into timeline. As you can see, this is our footage. Then select the media comp layer, and change track matte to Luma inverted matte. Now you can see the effect. Now drag texture footage into timeline. As you can see, this is very small footage. And here you can see different types of texture. Move the ruler which texture you like. I like this one. Then go to timeline, right click, go to time and choose freeze frame. Now After Effect freeze this frame for entire timeline. Now select texture layer and change mode normal to multiply. And change the opacity according to your choice. I think this look more beautiful, if we change mode multiply to overlay. Cool, it's look good to me. Now we need to add our main photo frame. So create a new composition. This is our photo frame composition. Then create a new white solid layer. This is our base layer. Now drag media 1 composition into timeline. And apply tint effect. And change the tint amount 50%. Now duplicate media 1 comp one more time. And apply find edge effect. Change the tint amount 100%. Then change the layer mode normal to multiply, of both media layer. Then select media 1 and duplicate one more time, and change mode normal, and delete both effect. Now go to Elements folder, and drag watercolor stain footage into timeline. Here you can see the footage. Resize footage size, so that it can cover our image very well. then select the media layer below the watercolor, and change track matte Luma inverted matte. So here you can see the effects. You can move the layer and scale according to your choice. Perfect, it's look good to me. Now we need to create a frame, so select Rectangle tool, double-click to make perfect rectangle, fill color none, and stroke around 30 pixel, rename it as frame. Now we need to create a transition effect, so create a new composition, this is called inner transition. Then create a new white solid layer. Then drag our in matte transition footage into timeline. By the way, you can download this project file from description. Here you can see the effect. Make sure you need to fill all the black area, so scale the matte transition layer, so that it's fully cover our composition. Perfect. Now select solid layer and change mode normal to stencil alpha. And change track matte Luma matte. As you can see, nothing will happen in this comp. So go to photo frame composition, and drag in a transition 1 comp into timeline. As you can see, nothing is happening here, because we need to turn on this collapse transformed icon, and now you can see. Perfect, it's look good to me. Now go to main comp and drag photo frame comp into timeline. And move the layer around 20 frame forward. Now select both media and photo frame layers, and convert into 3D, then select both media layer, and move far from the camera. Then hit S for scale, and resize the layers. Now select photo frame and move little far from the camera. Now create a new camera. I am using 35mm preset camera, then create null layer. And turn on the 3D icon, and parent your camera with null layer. Select null layer and hit P for position, and move Z position, so that it's perfectly fit our composition. One thing we have to change, as you can see, our first ink splash came from left to right. And our photo frame ink splash also came from left to right. But we want to change it from right to left, so open photo frame comp, then open inner transition, and select in matte transition. I am going to turn on this layer, so that we can easily see them, then select rotate tool and rotate the layer. Now you can see our ink splash came from right to left. Turn off this layer again. Then go to main comp, and see the effect. Perfect. Now add drop shadow in photo frame layer, so search drop shadow effect, change opacity around 80%. Distance 10. Softness around 250. Let's change the opacity around 90%. Cool. Now we have rose petals footage. Drag rose petals into the timeline. As you can see, our rose petals came from left to right, but our photo frame ink splash came from right to left. So select rose petals and rotate the layer. Now it's came from right to left. But one more thing, you can see there is lot more rose petals here. So first move the layer where our photo frame layer started. Then select Pen tool, and create a mask like this. Press M key twice to open mask property, and increase the mask feather around 500 pixels. Then select the mask and move outside the composition. And add a keyframe on mask path. Then go to few frame forward and change mask position like this. Perfect, it's look good to me. Now we want to animate our composition. So select null layer, and hit P for position. Then go to first frame and add a keyframe, then go to around 4 to 5 seconds forward and change the X position left side, because our rose petals animation also came from right to left. Perfect, it's look good to me. If you think your watercolor stain transition going fast, so open Photo Frame Comp, and move watercolor stain transition, around 10 to 15 frame forward. Cool. Now add some detailing elements. Here we have handwriting letter PNG, drag into timeline and turn on 3D, and also decrease the opacity around 20%. Then go to 2 view horizontal and move Z position far from the camera. Resize and move top left corner. Then duplicate the handwriting letter PNG layer, and move bottom of right side. I think we should increase the opacity around 30%, and also resize both layers. Adjust the both layer once again. Now drag like leak footage into timeline. Change layer mode normal to add. And change opacity around 20%. Perfect. Our first slide has complete. Select all layer and pre-compose them. And move all attributes into the new composition. This is our Scene 1 comp. You can leave this tutorial here, or if you want to know how to make the next slide, then stay with me. Now go to Project window and duplicate the Scene 1 comp, and drag Scene 2 comp into timeline. Now open Scene 2 comp. We also need to replace our Media 1 comp. So go to Project window and duplicate Media 1 comp. Now hold Alt and drag Media 2 comp over Media 1 comp. Do the same with second Media 1 comp. Also do the same with Photo Frame comp. Go to Project window and duplicate Photo Frame comp, and hold Alt and drag Photo Frame 2 comp over Photo Frame 1. Now open Media 2 comp. Here you also replace this Image Placeholder 1 comp. So go to Project window and duplicate Image Placeholder 1 comp, then hold Alt and drag Image Placeholder 2 comp over Image Placeholder 1 comp, then open Placeholder 2 comp, and change your image. Now we also have to change our Photo Frame 2 comp, so open Photo Frame 2 comp, then replace Media 1 comp with Media 2 comp. One thing we also have to change. As you can see, our first slide ink splash came from left to right, so that our second slide we want to change ink splash right to left. So open Scene 2 comp, and select matte horizontal footage, and rotate this layer like this. We also rotate the photo frame ink splash layer, open photo frame 2 comp. Now we need to change this inner transition, also came from left to right, so go to project window and duplicate inner transition 1 comp. Then replace with this inner transition 1 comp. Now open this transition layer, and rotate the matte transition like this. Now go to main comp and see the changes. Perfect. One more thing we need to change, this rose petals, so open scene 2 comp. Select rose petals layer, and rotate the layer. Cool. As you can see, when we move from scene 1 to scene 2, there is a jerk between them. So we need a transition between them, so open scene 2 comp, then create a new composition. This is outer transition, now create a new white solid. Then drag matte transition footage into timeline. Select solid layer and change mode normal to stencil alpha, and track matte luma matte. Now go to scene 2 and drag outer transition into timeline. And also turn on this collapse transformation icon. Sorry, I think we have to change our track matte luma inverted matte. Now it's perfect. Now we need to change the animation of our null layer, so open scene 2 comp. Select null layer, hit P for position, delete the last keyframe, and move the X position from left to right. One more thing, as you can see here, some black spots are visible in our composition. So open scene 2 comp. Then open outer transition. As you can see, some white spots are visible here, that's why transparency is coming in our composition, so we will increase the size to fill it. Now you can see that the black spots have disappeared. Perfect, it's look good to me. Our animation has done. Hit 0 for render. Thanks for watching, I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please share it, like it, and subscribe our channel. For more tutorial, I'll see you in the next video.